There's an energy in the air, something that you may have already felt, but haven't fully understood yet. That person who has occupied your thoughts, the one who seems ready to offer you everything, actually holds a secret that you cannot ignore. Your angels are by your side now, ready to reveal the hidden truths that could change the course of your life. He wants to give you the world. Every gesture, every word he utters seems to carry the promise of a future together. It's as if he's drawing a perfect path, where you would be the protagonist, surrounded by love, affection, and safety. But behind this enchanting scene lies a shadow. A small part of him that remains hidden, that does not fully surrender, even when everything seems perfectly aligned. This secret is not something simple, and it's not just an ordinary lie. It's something that touches him deeply, something he feels he needs to protect at all costs, even from you. He watches you with admiration, feeling blessed to have found someone like you. His heart longs to make you happy, to build a world where you can thrive together. But this intention, no matter how sincere, hides a pain, a fear that he has not yet been able to overcome. You've already noticed some signs. Perhaps you've noticed that, even in the happiest moments, there's a slight hesitation in his eyes, a pause in his words, as if something is preventing him from moving forward without reservations. He tries to mask it, using love as a way to cover these uncertainties, but your angels know that you can feel the energies around you, and that sensation that something is amiss is not for nothing. This person is struggling with a feeling of vulnerability. He wants, more than anything, to open up completely to you, but there is something holding him back. It may be a past experience, a trauma that has not yet been healed, or a deep fear that, by revealing this secret, he might lose everything he has built with you so far. He fears that this truth, once exposed, will change how you see him, and that terrifies him. The angels want you to know that this situation, no matter how delicate, is not a sign to give up. On the contrary, it is an invitation for you to open your heart even more, to offer a space of understanding and acceptance. They know that you have the strength needed to deal with this truth, no matter how difficult it may be. Sometimes, love tests us in ways we do not expect. It asks for patience, compassion, and above all, the courage to face the shadows that arise along the way. This person you love so much needs that support right now. He is about to reach a turning point, where he will have to decide between continuing to hide this part of himself or trusting you enough to open up completely. Your angels are guiding you, whispering words of wisdom into your heart. They tell you that this revelation, although painful at first, has the potential to transform your relationship into something even stronger and more true. But for that, you need to be ready to listen, to embrace, and to walk alongside him, regardless of what he reveals. This is the first part of a journey of discovery. Prepare to face these truths with an open heart, knowing that you are never alone. Your angels are by your side, ready to support you in every step of this journey. As you walk through this journey of revelations, your angels remind you of something essential. Patience is your most powerful ally. This person, who wants so much to give you the world, is caught in a cycle of doubt and self-questioning. He asks himself, at every moment, whether or not he should open his heart and share what haunts him so deeply. He fears that by doing so, he might shatter the image you have of him, and that is something he simply cannot bear. There is an internal battle being fought within him. On one side, the burning desire to be transparent, to be who he really is by your side, without masks or secrets. On the other, the fear that this revelation might push you away forever. It is an intense struggle, and often he feels powerless in the face of it. He tries to find the right moment, the right words, but he always ends up pulling back, convinced that maybe it's better to leave everything as it is. However, this uncertainty is not sustainable. Time is running out, and he knows that sooner or later, he will need to make a choice. Continue living with this weight in his heart or free himself, trusting that the love you share will be strong enough to overcome any obstacle. Your angels want you to understand the depth of this internal struggle. It's not that he doesn't trust you, but rather that he doesn't fully trust himself and his ability to handle the consequences of this truth. You may have noticed that, at times, he distances himself emotionally. It may seem like he is lost in thought, or that something is bothering him, but he avoids talking about it. Those are the moments when he needs you the most, even if he can't express it directly. It is in those moments of silence and hesitation that he grapples between the desire to open up and the fear of what might happen if he does. Your angels ask you to be the light that he needs. They guide you so that you can create a safe space where he feels that he can express himself without being judged, where he knows that, regardless of what he says, you will be by his side. This is the kind of love that heals, that transforms, and it's exactly what he needs right now. You have a crucial role in this story. Your love, your patience, and your understanding are the keys that can help this person finally break free from the chains that bind him. But this also requires a commitment from you. It requires you to be willing to face this truth head-on, without fear, trusting that, regardless of what is revealed, your love will be enough to keep you both together. There is a universal truth that your angels want you to remember. True love is not based on perfection, but on the acceptance of imperfections. This person, no matter how much he tries to hide, is human, with flaws, fears, and insecurities. And it is precisely this humanity that makes your love so special. When he realizes that he can be himself, with all his shadows and lights, that is when your relationship will reach a new level, something deeper and lasting. Perhaps deep down, you already know what this secret is. It may be that your heart has already picked up on signals, but your angels say that the important thing is not to discover it on your own, but to allow him to come to you when he is ready. This does not mean waiting passively, but rather being present, attentive, and receptive, showing that you are ready to listen, to understand, and to stay by his side, no matter what happens. This is a test for both. A test of love, trust, and faith. And your angels are sure that you will get through this together, coming out even stronger on the other side. Stay strong, with an open heart and a clear mind. What is to come may not be easy, but it will be necessary for you to build a truly shared future, without secrets, without fears, just with truth and love as pillars. As the tension between you grows, it's natural for you to start questioning certain things. Why does he hesitate so much? What could be so terrible that he feels he needs to hide from you? Your angels are here to reassure you. What he hides is not a betrayal. It is not something that will destroy the love you have built. But it is, indeed, a part of him that he considers imperfect, something he fears you might judge or not fully accept. In fact, he hides a weakness, a vulnerability that makes him feel less than he would like to be for you. Perhaps it's a fear he has carried since childhood, a painful experience he has never been able to overcome, or even a deep insecurity about himself. And even if it may seem small or manageable to you, for him, it is a huge burden, something he has been carrying alone for a long time. You may notice that sometimes, he tries to compensate for this insecurity with grand gestures, trying to show how strong and capable he is. He does this to try to convince himself, as much as you, that he is worthy of your love. But deep down, he knows he is simply masking something that will eventually need to be faced. Your angels are saying that the key to unlocking this truth lies in how you react to the small signs he gives. Every time he tries to open up, even if just a little, like when he shares a personal detail or expresses a deeper emotion, he is testing the waters. He wants to see how you react, whether you will embrace that part of him with love or if, as he fears, it might push you away. These moments are crucial. They are small invitations for you to help him feel safe enough to take the next step, to open up a little more. It's a delicate dance where each of your gestures, every word of understanding, and every encouraging smile can make him feel more confident to continue. You have faced challenges before, and your angels remind you that it was your resilience, your ability to see beyond appearances, that brought you here. Now, this same strength will be needed to guide this person out of the shadows in which he hides. It's not an easy task, but you have the power within you to do it. It's a call for unconditional love, to accept the other in their entirety, without reservations, without judgments. There is one point that your angels want you to consider. Sometimes, the things we consider our greatest weaknesses are, in fact, our greatest strengths when shared with the right people. What he sees as something that could push you away, you might see as an opportunity to draw even closer, to strengthen the bond you have. This revelation, when it finally comes to light, may not be easy to hear. It may challenge your expectations, and may even leave you temporarily disoriented. But your angels assure you that, in the end, this will be a catalyst for something greater and more beautiful between you. They encourage you to keep the faith, to remember that true love is not shaken by adverse winds, but rather is strengthened. Think of this as a storm that needs to be faced. At first, the wind may seem too strong, the clouds dark and threatening. But instead of running away, you have the opportunity to come together, to face this together. When the storm passes, and it will pass, the sun that rises will be brighter than ever. And the love you share will be stronger, more resilient, and more genuine because it will have been tested and proven. In this moment, your angels are asking you to be patient, to trust the process. They remind you that just as he fears being rejected by that part of himself, you may also have fears about the future. But mutual trust, support, and love are the foundations that will allow you to overcome any challenge. There is a tension in the air, something you feel but can't quite explain. The person who has your thoughts, who promises to give you everything, carries a secret that, for him, feels like an impossible weight to bear alone. Your angels want you to know that this journey is not about discovering what he is hiding, but about creating a safe space where he can open up when he is ready. It is not about betrayal or anything that would destroy your love, but rather a part of him that he considers his greatest weakness. This weakness is not something visible, it is not something others easily perceive. In fact, it may be a deep insecurity, perhaps stemming from past experiences that have left marks on his soul. For him, revealing this would be like exposing his greatest vulnerability, which makes him feel exposed and fragile. He worries about what you would think, whether you would still see him as the strong and capable man he has shown himself to be. This is the conflict that keeps him trapped between the desire to open up and the fear of losing you. You may have noticed at times that he seems distant, as if he is trapped in his own thoughts. It is in these moments that he struggles with himself, pondering whether or not he should share this burden with you. He rehearses the words, seeks the necessary courage, but always ends up retracting. What he hides is not something that should alarm you, but rather something that requires your patience and understanding. The angels ask you to observe these small moments of silence, of hesitation. It is in these intervals that he needs you the most, even if he cannot express it clearly. He wants to trust you, wants to believe that you will accept him completely, with all his imperfections. But at the same time, the fear of rejection is so great that it paralyzes him. He questions whether he is ready to deal with the possible consequences of his revelation. Every gesture from you, every word of support, can be the push he needs to finally free himself from this burden. Your angels guide you to create an environment where he feels safe, where he knows he can be vulnerable without fear of losing your love. This is a test of patience, of unconditional love, where what is at stake is the depth and strength of your connection. He knows he cannot continue hiding this part of himself forever. Time is running out, and the tension grows with each passing day. He needs to decide between continuing to carry this weight alone or trusting you to share it. Your angels want you to be prepared for this moment, which may come when you least expect it. They ask you to remember that true love is not based on perfection, but on the complete acceptance of the other, with all their flaws and fears. When the moment arrives, it may be difficult, it may even cause discomfort. But it is through this discomfort that both of you will grow. This truth, no matter how painful it may seem at first, has the power to transform your relationship into something deeper and lasting. Your angels are asking you to trust the process, to believe that you are strong enough to overcome any challenge. What he sees as a weakness, you may see as an opportunity to get even closer. It is this exchange, this mutual acceptance, that strengthens the bonds between you. He needs you now, more than ever, to show that your love is capable of weathering any storm. This is a decisive moment, where love, understanding, and patience will be the tools you will use to build a future together. In the end, this journey will not be about the secret he is hiding, but about the strength of the love you share. Your angels remind you that you are never alone. They are by your side, guiding every step, ready to support you in any decision you need to make. Trust in yourself and in your ability to love without reservations. The future, despite uncertainties, is filled with promises of a true and lasting love.